Buenos dias, Cito fam, to this Saturday. And to be honest, today I have a packed episode. I have a packed episode just because there's so much going on in Cosmos. And I'm even presenting you some projects and some ideas that you probably never even heard about in the Cosmos ecosystem. So here we're covering projects that are in stealth. We're keeping you posted on updates, milestone achievements, and all these kind of things in the Cosmos ecosystem. And also about things like this. This is a very bullish research report by Binance Research. So Binance Research just published this great report about the Cosmos ecosystem. The author of this has been Berachain, and this report just touches upon a lot of the things in the Cosmos ecosystem. Provides a good overview, right? Also about the Cosmos Hub, osmosis. They even touch upon here like replicated security, the kind of value accrual for Atom, just on a very kind of neutral and factual perspective. So this is actually a great report. Also about some of their projects and some stats and charts. It's just amazing to see how big Cosmos actually is and how innovative it is, right? So if you read this about also parallelization by Sei Network and innovation, interoperability, IBC volumes, Celestia bringing forward modularity, axelar network, it's all covered in this report. It's a quite comprehensive report, but yeah, 33 pages. So that's really cool to see. Check that out for sure. But now let's look into some of the price action on this Saturday. Yesterday, we had a little bit of a dump, basically a correction, a very healthy bull market correction, a bullish dump, if you will, right? We're still on path in this bull run. And yeah, we're back to prices not seen since, I don't know, 6 days ago. So this is a very healthy and important correction also. But yeah, Cosmos price is still stable. Atom above $12.50. Akash AKT $5.67. Archway at 20 cents. Axelar around $2. So pretty much stable here for most part. Sei Network has been quite a big outperformer today, smashed through $1. So this is absolutely amazing to see. Even Injective, $47. It was above $50 the other day. Great to see here as well. Xpla, one of the least talked about gaming gems in Cosmos, by the way, 25 cents. And the company behind Xpla is actually called Come To Us, which is also invested into SAGA, and also have some airdrop news around SAGA that might change the game for you. If you haven't been eligible for the SAGA airdrop so far, you might be eligible for this new criteria that was just announced. But yeah, Xpla, 125 million market cap, also very interesting play and something to put in your watch list. I want to start with talking about the outperform of the day, which is Sei Network, that is about to launch V2, bringing parallel EVM execution to life. That has less than 400 milliseconds time to finality and is lightning fast. They also obviously have huge backing, multi-coin capital, Jump is involved, Coinbase, Delphi Digital. I'm actually also an investor into Sei Network now since a year and a half or something like that, already since quite a long time. We also did an interview with Jay a year and a half or 2 years ago almost, long before this thing even went on mainnet. So Sei Network, really exciting to see the parallel execution narrative progressing and V2 launching, which means also now there's going to be a lot more applications that will be launching, right? They also had a spaces here about the AI edition for the Sei ecosystem coverage, NFTs that are progressing, Palette, which just announced a $2.5 million private fundraising, a Sagen app. So that's a native launchpad on Sei Network. Price, like I said, 20% up today, $1.06. This has been absolutely amazing. Now has a $10.6 billion fully diluted market cap and is ranked 46 on CoinGecko. Next, I also want to talk briefly about Onomy. I actually had a call with the founding team a couple of weeks ago already, and they're basically building a Forex exchange. And yeah, they launched, I think, at the depths of the bear market. This is a full-on Cosmos chain, by the way. They're launching also now Onyx Exchange. They're building a bridge. They have stable coins. They're also launching their own stable coin. The NOM token by Onomy has a 69.4 million fully diluted market cap, around 40 million based on circulating. And if you look at the chart, like I said, this launched here, right at the bottom of the bear market, and then just went down only. All-time highs around $1.33, but we already did 700% from the October lows of 5.4 cents. So Onomy, definitely an interesting play. I don't personally own any NOM tokens right now, but this is definitely one that I have on my watch list, and maybe one for you to also do your research, share your research results with me here in the comments, and also follow them on Twitter. There was also here the announcement the other day about the Onyx airdrop, which is a one-to-one airdrop of your staked balance for all NOM stakers. You must have had at least 100 staked NOM. Snapshot was December 25th of 2023. Next up, big updates around Aleph 0, which you know are content partners here at Cryptocito. We have a lot of very cool Aleph 0 content lined up that we'll be sharing over the next couple of weeks and months. And Aleph 0 now joins Techstars Web3 Accelerator class of 2024. They are actually going now very aggressively out there, onboarding individuals, people, developers, partners, and just rolling out more liquidity and refining more and more partnerships out there. So that's really cool to see. Aleph 0 is substrate built, but also focuses on interoperability, also on ZK technology, on privacy, on speed and scalability as well. And yeah, this is an interesting outside of Cosmos play for me personally. Yesterday I talked about Near. Aleph 0 is another one I'm very, very interested in. And also Hedera Hashgraph is also one I find interesting. But yeah, especially Aleph 0 is one that, as part of also our content partnership, we'll be able to share more in-depth overviews and ecosystem updates about that project. Also, they will be in Dubai in the conference month of April. So if you want to meet them, just drop me a message, and yeah, I can maybe connect you with the team. The A0 token itself ranked 220 on CoinGecko, $1.27. Around a $450 million fully diluted valuation, but for an L1 of that scale, that has a lot of exciting announcements coming up also in terms of product development and partnerships and just onboarding. I think it's very interesting, right? And they have been going sideways for pretty much the entirety of their existence, like always within that range of 60 cents and $3. Like that's not a huge volatility range for being a cryptocurrency. So that's Aleph 0. Next up, Shade Protocol, I want to talk about. I've been talking quite a lot about Shade, but also because I think they're just severely undervalued. And I've been covering Shade even way before they even launched. In January or February of 2022, we did an interview with Carter about Silk, the over-collateralized stable token that is basically packed to a basket of assets, including gold, Bitcoin, and silver. And Shade just crossed a TVL of $14 million for being such an underrated and kind of unknown project, I guess, outside of Cosmos for sure, but even within Cosmos, I think this is an interesting play. The fully diluted valuation is $90 million. The only thing I understand, I made a tutorial the other day about, you know, using IST and Cosmos DeFi, and the Shade pool with Silk and IST is one of the things I've been walking you guys through. And what I said in that video was also that the UX is currently terrible, to be honest. It's so hard. But I also said in that video, this is also presenting an interesting opportunity, right? Because the biggest opportunities, the biggest arbitrage you can do in crypto is to invest in projects before they are perfect, before everybody knows about it, before the UX is top-notch, right? So when it's still hard to get to, when it's still hard to reach the token, to reach the pool, to create your viewing keys, deposit back and forth with IBC, relatively thin liquidity for many of these pairs, when that's still the case, that's probably where there's a lot of opportunity, right? And I also briefly talked with Carter. There's a lot of revamping going on, which also counts, by the way, for Interprotocol, which is an application on the Agoric network. They also want to entirely revamp their UX because right now it's just terrible, right? Especially for like not seasoned crypto DeFi degens, right? It's just not intuitive, very hard to get to. But again, that's also probably where the opportunity is. So that's Shade Protocol, which I also want you to put on your watch list. And same for Agoric Build, BLG. Also, in my view, undervalued, $170 million fully diluted. So that's double of Shade Protocol. But also, Shade is an application that's residing on the secret network layer 1 blockchain, whereas Agoric is its own layer 1 blockchain. And Agoric really focuses a lot now on orchestration, which basically means seamless access and interoperability for applications and really abstracting a lot of the complexity away, which as of right now, with Interprotocol being the flagship application on Agoric, doesn't really look like that's the case. But same counts here in BLD's case, we're still in this phase where they're about to revamp entirely their UX and pushing hard on a certain narrative. So I think that's also an interesting opportunity here, but obviously that's up to you to do your own due diligence and your own research from. Another severely underrated DeFi project in Cosmos is actually Nolus. I also recently placed a strategic investment into Nolus, an OTC investment. And I think the Nolus team is not only extremely capable and very professional in what they're doing and how they do things, but also it's a great product, right? And for example, here on your USDC, axelar USDC, you have decent yield opportunities, right? So this is DeFi 2.0. And I also think Nolus is really a bull run product. So this is something that in the bull run really has the potential to exponentially grow, right? That also counts for applications like Quasar, for example. This is also a clear bull run product. And yeah, a lot of these lending, DeFi protocols, vaults, right? I think they're all going to do extremely well. Probably not all of them, of course, but those that also have strong teams, that have strong product market fit, already a proven concept, and at least some sort of traction, right? And NLS is their native coin. Nolus is also its own L1. Same for Quasar. They're also all L1s with their own native token that's primarily there to secure the chain. And Nolus has a $69 million fully diluted valuation. So relatively low valuation, 60 million only on based on circulating. So that's pretty much nothing, right? And this is also brand new coin, only launched 8-9 months ago. So Nolus also want to put on your watch list to also play around with the product. Like I said, we're going to do a lot more content. There's also conversations between Interprotocol, IST, and Nolus to also get some use cases for IST on there, which I think makes a lot of sense. And that opens up great yield opportunities, right? Now I have some breaking airdrop news for you, which is the SAGA airdrop. The SAGA coin will be dropped for BadKids holders. All you have to do is go on claim.airdrop.saga.xyz, which is looking like that. And then you come here, you just connect your Kepler wallet. And if you have a BadKid NFT, you will be able to see here, it would say claim. I already claimed it. But you just click claim and then it says claimed, and you see one campaign that you've claimed, and you're getting 250 tokens for that. And that's it, right? So do that right now. Claim your SAGA airdrop if you're holding a BadKid NFT, and that's big airdrop alpha, right? I don't know what's the price going to be for SAGA, but I think they also might actually be launching at a multi-billion dollar valuation. So this could actually be a decent airdrop. And if you want to learn more, there's also been a recent announcement 4 months ago now. It's crazy to think it's already March. But 4 months ago, they announced a 5 million raise led by Placeholder VC. And Placeholder VC is an interesting VC because that's the one from Chris Berniski. And he's an absolute OG in the space. And also they have Long Hash Ventures involved, Come to Us, which, like I said earlier, is the company behind Expla, Dispersion Capital, Red Bird Ventures, Taiki Ventures, and some others. So today they raised $13.5 million. I personally wouldn't be surprised if they did another round shortly before Mainnet, which I think is actually imminent right now, which is also something that Berachain has done. They just announced a $69 million funding round. At least the block leaked that information before it was then officially published. And the mainnet launch for Berachain is expected to be around the second quarter of 2024. So that's also next quarter, right? So let's see. Would be really interesting and amazing to see Berachain launch in the next couple of months. I think this is going to be one of the biggest and most impactful launches for the Cosmos ecosystem, alongside SAGA also and Babylon Chain that also announced another raise and also an investment by Binance Labs very recently. So that's very interesting to see. And then I also want to bring some under the radar projects that you might not have heard about before. One of them is Filament by my good friend Abhitej, who is an absolute OG in the Cosmos space. And he is now the founder of Filament Finance, which is a perp DEX launching on injective EVM very, very soon. They're actually right now in their Shinobi testnet, and they also have a lot of kind of incentives. There's currently also like an incentivized testnet going on where you can participate. 550,000 faucet tokens have already been minted. And yeah, this is going really, really fast. So if there's anything that you can get involved, please check them out here on Twitter, follow them, activate notifications, and keep an eye on Filament. That's going to launch on Injective quite soon. Then we also have Elys Network, We talked about it. Elys network is going to be a prep stack secured by Atom. And this is now also a big day for them because they just announced the launch of their public testnet. And they also said in the Twitter spaces I did with them earlier this week on Wednesday, actually, they said that they were going to be doing an airdrop for Atom stakers and Atom community, but also for testnet users. So that's why you also see this huge inflow of people that are bombarding the testnet and using the testnet. Yeah, in kind of expectations about the airdrop. So check that out. Maybe go and visit the testnet, and yeah, you might be able to qualify for an airdrop here. Finally, Lorenzo Protocol, liquid staking Bitcoin L2 as a service, might be coming to the Cosmos Hub very soon. There was this tweet here from Jihan where he was basically saying just the other day, Lorenzo, the first BTC L2 enabled by the Babylon integration, which I shared here with you, that Babylon and the Cosmos Hub are basically collaborating, as in Informal Systems, the company that is building shared security on the Cosmos Hub, with Babylon to build the shared security layer using Bitcoin staking to secure the Cosmos Hub. And Lorenzo apparently is the name of the project that will be the first L2, BTC L2, secured by Bitcoin staking on the Cosmos Hub. So be secured by BTC and by Atom. At least that's how I understand it. And this would also make Cosmos Hub a meta play for the BTC L2 narrative, which would be insane, right? Like this would be putting the Cosmos Hub in a very, very unique position, right? So I'm very excited for that. Keep out an eye for more information here by following Jihan, following us in Informal Systems, following obviously me here, Cryptocito, also on Twitter and here on YouTube. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. A bit of a overview about some of the projects that I'm currently having on my watch list, some of the projects that are currently in stealth. And I'll see you guys soon. Stay safe and be good.